Hey everybody, welcome.
Here we are on our
girl plan
show.
now.
Yay!
Don't tell them!
Girl.
Lily.
This is D&D.
Joey, this is what happens when you ask someone to do
You need
something.
to stay away from girls.
Your sleeves are not regulation length. How are we supposed to focus on rolling die?
It's a distraction to
Oh my God. She has shoulders.
Fuck.
I can't see them, but I know they're there.
Can you cook eggs by waffling them?
And like that, we start the 4th episode of Dyson Downfall.
Hello, wonderful and wild people of the internet. Welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Downfalls.
Yes.
Dungeons,
Not it, but-
Dungeons and Downfalls.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's Dyson Downfalls.
Dyson Downfalls?
I
Woo!
thought
There
it
are
was
so many
daggers
D
for a
words.
while.
Dyson, do you want me to do it again?
No, it's
No,
fine.
it's good. No,
we do
can't
it live
go.
here.
No.
One take all the time.
Dyson.
Welcome to the next episode. Could we all just go through our characters again real quick? The usual, you guys know what's going on by now. Just so people can associate your voice with the characters again.
Hey, I'm Josh. Are you waiting for me to go? You keep looking at me. Do I go first?
Yeah.
You're smiling at me with that goofy smile. I don't know why. You're like looking at me like,
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here too.
My name is Noah, and I am Thundercat, and I'm a halfling thief.
Did you fix the spelling in your name? Is it still Thundercat?
Or would you put it up on your
No, I fixed the spelling.
Oh, hooray.
Okay, so it's Thundercat from now on.
Yep, finally.
Beautiful.
I'm Collin, I'm Backpack Jack, and I still can't do the voice. I'm still a little bit sick.
Awesome.
I'll try my best.
I'm Parker, and I'm Stephen the Heathen again.
Again? What are you going to change, huh?
I die.
Oh, alright.
And there's Lily here. Lily, say hi.
So,
Alright.
Alright.
Lily's character will be introduced later in the campaign. I'm Joey Hawkins. I'm the Dungeon Master. And I get to control a little character named Blippers. He's a cell skid. He's a little mushroom guy. And he's the bard in the party. Josh, why don't you tell us who you are and what your character is?
What's up, cuties? Hi, my name is Josh. My character's name is Rand. I'm a wood elf, and I like archery. Even though everyone calls me a fucking bitch for having stone arrows, I changed, but
still
I'm
have
going
them?
back. Yeah, of course. I'm never getting rid of them.
Okay.
And with that, we'll get right back into the
It's
action
one of his defining features.
of the Queen's Crusades, Dyson Downfalls, Episode 4. You all pass through the portal. As you look around, the earth is covered in some sort of purple soot. It's a mirror of the island you stood on before, but it seems to be darker. The skies are a jet black, the sun is a dark orange, and the island is thick with purple plants and dead animals. You look around, and around you come 3 knack-knack, making a breakneck speed towards you.
A breakneck speed.
Those are the crows, right?
Yeah.
They're not called crows.
They're knack-knacks. They're coming at you in a flying V towards you directly. Stephen the Heathen, you're at the center of the party, and you hear a thud noise behind you as you watch Rand pass out, as a journey was too much for his mental being, since his intelligence is only 1. He couldn't handle the extent of the journey, and he passes out behind you.
Some say it's called over too. It's gonna do it again.
Yeah. He's gonna pass out every time.
Oh, you're right.
Alright. Well,
So this is combat. Who has
Combat time.
the highest speed?
get ready to rumble.
Alright. Thundercat, what do you do?
I'll run up to the closest one and stab him in the neck.
Right in the... So you make right for the front of the flying V?
Yeah.
Okay. So you run at a breakneck speed and jump towards the knack-knack. Roll accuracy. That hits. I'm gonna need you to roll damage. Where is it?
So many.
It's this one. 4. So, you reach up with your dagger and you cleave off a few tentacles of the knack-knack. You hear it let out a blood-curdling screech as it looks down at your short, halfling little body. Steven, what do you do?
Is it my turn?
What's your speed?
We have the same speed.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Which one of you wants to go first?
You can go first.
Alright, I'll go first. I want to stay where I am, but I want to use growth on my arms to do a two-hand attack on the one immediately in front of me.
Okay. So roll for growth first of all. 7. So
Can I reach this one?
you can vaguely reach it. You wouldn't be able to do as much of a killing blow with your sword as you normally would, but you'd be able to hit it, like scrape it with the tip,
Okay.
because the sword is so long.
That's fair.
All right. So roll accuracy now. You normally would, but
With that one you got.
No,
it's
I
a
got
4.
Oh, it's a 4.
Oh, thank God. You want
So-
to cut my head off.
You cleave through the air, Thundercat. You can feel the gold. Is it the gold Buster Sword you were attacking with?
Yeah.
Okay. You just feel it breeze past your face as it kind of like cleaves upward, and then Knack-Knack steps to the side.
What is that?
Steps aside.
Just kind of floats to the side a little bit. Collin, what do you do?
Alright, I refuse to use the Nightmare Scythe until I've used my Buster Sword to kill something or chop something off.
Uh-huh.
So I try and jump at the one knack-knack closest to me with, like, my Buster Sword and try and, like, slice it in two overhead.
Okay. So roll acrobatics first of all.
Okay. Oh, that's 6.
What is your acrobatic skill?
10.
Okay, so that's enough. You make the jump, and you manage to get just a little bit closer to the knack-knack.
Okay.
Do you want to roll accuracy and try to get it with your sword?
Do I need to roll another 20?
Yes.
Okay. 10.
That hits. Roll damage.
Which ones?
It should say on your sheet.
1d8. 8. You wrote 8 equals decap. I
Oh,
don't know what that means.
basically if you roll for max damage, it'll just decapitate.
6.
So, you bring down with the Feather of Tyndalos as you cleave right through the
I
knack-knack,
appreciate that you remember the name.
shattering its beak on the way down and crushing it into the dirt.
Yay!
It has fallen dead. At this moment, Rand, you
Oh my
wake up.
goodness, he's awake!
So you wake up as the portal took so much of a strain on you as you traveled that you passed out.
Oh, makes sense.
Well, your intelligence is 1. So the idea...
Excuse me.
So you come out of the other end of the portal and you just wake up just in time to see Backpack Jack cleave through one of the knack-knacks with his impressive Buster Sword.
Friend, you're awake!
I'll throw up instantly.
Is that... We're in combat right now, so what do you want to do?
That's
Projectile vomit at the enemies.
It's smooth. It's better than a stone arrow.
Disgust the enemies by throwing up on them.
Yeah, let's try out this bow. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
Alright. So roll accuracy. Are you gonna
I
try?
got Braw's bow, by the way. I feel like that's better than
Alright, fine.
Okay.
whatever else I had before.
Roll accuracy.
I'm gonna shoot with my steel arrow.
Steel arrows? Gotcha.
14.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh my God, he's gonna hit someone.
I am going to kill you.
If you can hit me.
I've got brass knuckles, sharpened brass knuckles. I'm gonna fucking punch you in the head.
Sense some tension.
5.
Okay. You watch as the arrow cleaves right through one of the knack-knack and scrapes away at his gold beak, and you watch him kind of shriek as you sort of start to identify that that's sort of where they don't like to get hit.
Oh.
And it lets out a shriek and it starts to glare at you with its ceasing black eyes.
How close are they to me, by the way?
They're a good 15 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
Nice shot.
I hate you.
Compliment. I don't know. That was a good move.
You comment on my shots too much for to pretend
Lily,
that
roll
you
a
like this
D20.
one.
Does that count?
No, I threw it at her. Having me throw a dice violently at your head doesn't count as...
Dang it.
Is our mushroom friend in combat with us?
Yeah, he's about to do stuff.
11.
11. At that moment, you all watch as a storm of fire shoots off from the corner of the forest, and it cleaves the other two knack, evaporating them where they float.
Sup, bitches? Can I swear?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's the internet. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Out from the forest, steps a woman brandishing a flaming orb in her hand. She stares at all of you, and there she is.
Sup, nerds? Sup.
So, someone just stepped out of the forest to save your ass. Do you have
Is she
any
an enemy?
questions?
Should I shoot
Oh
her?
boy, my friend.
I don't know who this is yet. Is it an enemy?
Oh, hello. Hi. What?
Hail and well met.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Who are you? Why are you here? Why is everything purple?
It's a good question.
Amazing.
Stellar. Do you want to explain who you are to the party so they trust you more, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Where was your lady?
Here's my lady.
Thank you.
She's a lady.
Can we trade her for Backpack Jack?
I already.
Oh, okay.
She's already here to help. She's already saved you from the knack.
Yeah, but so can we trade her?
I'll just stay here in this purple nightmare world, sitting around all day smelling my own farts.
This is why we want to trade you. Why you gotta smell your own farts?
Well, what else is he supposed to do?
Anything else?
Alright. Would you rather him smell someone else's? Like, is that what you're going for?
What are you guys doing?
Can I fold my mouth again?
Hi, random lady who just saved us from the crows.
As you can see, we're not the most well put together team.
What's up, Queen of the Crows? Are these your crows?
Oh, I wish. No,
Okay.
but they're little pieces of shit. I don't like them, so I killed them for fun.
Do you call them crows?
What are they actually called? Knack-knacks?
They're called the knack-knacks by the Selskip people.
What do you call them, lady?
Let's call them knack-knacks to keep in the
Crows.
storyline.
Josh, the crows, right?
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, thank you. Introduce yourself,
Hi!
Miss Queen of Crows.
I'm an elf lady.
Ah, I'm an elf man.
What? Okay.
I'm a wood elf. You're just an elf. That's not.
No, I
I'm
am.
better.
Do I say like carrots? Joey, I don't know.
Why you gotta separate by race, Josh? I don't understand.
Why you gotta be like that?
You're all
You gotta
elves.
be like-
Alright, I'm gonna take it over. So your elven companion sits you down and explains
We're a fucking mess.
that this dimension is created by the demigod that you were sent to slay. And she, being a servant of the higher god, has been sent on a divine quest to help cleanse the area. So you have been sent by a queen, she's been sent by her god. And she's just here to help.
Does your god have money?
Mr. Hoity-toity.
If not, then our queen is better.
Okay, our queen has no money. She got wooden chairs and a bullshit garden.
Well, what do you...
Probably better.
Do I get to explain the backstory ever?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, she's gonna start rapping.
This is
My name
Yeah,
is
sit down.
Elf, and I'm here to say...
Welcome to.
Gonna praise God in a major way.
Okay, I'm pressed. Oh, wait, I like him now.
Hi guys.
Do I add +2 to rapping?
D&D. So my name is Eleanor Whiteflower, and I'm half dark elf and half high elf. And basically, what happened was my mom's like an elfie princess, except she had me with my dad, who's not royalty. So like everyone who's like super high elf pretty much hates me, cause I'm like not a real high elf.
no.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
So she's a half-breed, so she's typically, like, looked down upon.
Oh, shit.
Alright, hi, I am Steven the Heathen.
So.
This is Rand and Backpack Jack.
Hi.
And our pet halfling, Thundercat.
Our pet halfling.
Hey, I'm not a pet. I'm
Thundercat. Let's.
No, he
No, I
fixed that.
fixed it.
I don't believe it. It's Thundercat for the rest of your life.
Blippers begins to play a cute little song on the flute.
And that's Blippers.
Oh my
Blippers.
god, I love bloopers. You made such a great character. I mean,
Bloopers.
he's amazing.
As you're all talking, you hear lightning begin to strike in the distance.
Oh shit.
And since this is a parallel,
You can't hear lightning.
you can hear the thunder,
We can hear the thunder though.
the thunder and lightning. You watch as lightning splits the sky, and you can look off into the distance, and you can make out the bay
make
and
out?
harbor. You can make out the harbor of Islow, except it's in the same parallel purple tint that the rest of the world is in. You can see thick storm clouds coming from that area,
Thick.
and you guys
Two C's.
can deduce that that's where the source of the demigod's power must be coming from.
Oh, cool.
That sounds fun.
I don't know if I can deduce that. I got intelligence of 1.
Well, everyone else does, but Rand
I'm trying to wonder what color the sky is still.
It's a bit like pink. A dark pink.
a really.
It's a magenta.
You are still stuck on an island, however.
Shoot.
So, how do you guys want to figure out how
Let's
to get?
build a boat.
It's not building
How do you
boat.
plan to build a boat,
Why?
Rand?
Let's swim.
What do we have? What are the materials around
There's
us?
just like thick soot, dead animal parts, and like old.
dead animal parts.
Dead bodies float.
Let's use.
If we all get in a group hug, can I teleport us all over there?
Can we just have some snacks? Like. I've
Yeah,
got
I agree with
snacks.
that. Let's have snacks.
Yeah, let's eat.
Fuck my idea.
I brought 2 Tim Tams.
Oh shit, I have 4 Tim Tams. Oh, we got more Tim Tams.
My character's on a diet.
You can't have. Stephen the Heathen can't enjoy the delicious chocolate confection that is a Tim Tam.
Severely allergic to Tim Tam.
Oh my god.
Oh my
you have
god.
not lived, my
And
friend.
Rand, you're allergic to coconuts.
I need to
have
go
one.
buy
You
it.
have a micro penis.
Oh.
Sorry to announce that to your new party.
Yeah,
You just.
Just so you know, my name's Josh. And my name's
just-
also Rand. I mean, my name's Rand. I have a micro penis.
I'm just imagining like that scene in a rom-com where like the girl's talking to a guy and it's like,
Hi, I'm Micropene. I mean.
yeah, did you know that this guy had a micro penis? It's crazy. So you got to get across
I'm
the
slowly cutting
ocean.
away a part of our
What do you
graphics.
guys want to do to get over there?
We attach all the dead bodies together because dead bodies float.
Can we swim?
But
So-
only if there's some size.
Backpack Jack, can you give me a foraging roll to see if you gather up all
Oh,
the
shit,
dead
wait,
bodies?
I think I have a foraging.
No.
Wait. I have foraging 1, so 7.
You managed to grab like 6 dead bodies of what look like these like weird dried up fish.
Ah, perfect.
You just have them.
Yes.
You just
Dead fish. How much do they weigh?
Since they're typically considered useless,
6.
I'm going to say they weigh nothing due to your deep pockets ability.
Wait, there are 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Has anyone got any points in crafting?
I might have.
I have 1
I have
point.
one.
I have 1.
too.
Can all 3 of us team up and make a boat out of these dead fish?
You're trying to make it out of the dead fish?
Is that what we're
Why don't
doing?
we just kill someone and make a boat out of them?
Oh,
Yo,
no.
can we craft ourselves?
You cannot craft yourself into
Because
something.
can we craft the fish's gills under our
Can you
necks?
chop down a tree?
How far is
Maybe.
it
Lumber?
getting to go?
Yeah, you could try cutting down a tree.
Are you
Oh,
okay
that's a
with that?
better
I did
idea.
not say tree. Did you say
Are
tree
you
when I
a
asked
tree?
if there's stuff around us?
No.
Chill, man.
Isn't this
Yeah, I
like
said dead trees.
some like big
Oh,
debate
okay.
for your kind of people?
I don't give a fuck.
He's a heathen.
Ooh.
Why do
I'll
you?
burn down trees?
So, Stephen the Heathen, you want to try and like, how do you want to cut down the tree? Do you want to use your sword? Do you want to just try and knock it down?
Sword.
Use your
Okay.
Ask
massive
it
penis.
nicely.
Just roll a d20 for me.
I have a small
14.
weed.
Do you need any abilities?
No, I think that should be good. It's just an accuracy roll, really.
Alright.
After a while of just like swinging at a tree, you guys manage. Stephen the Heathen manages to knock down a small dead tree, and like
Nice.
shape it into small boards of lumber.
Yay!
Nice.
How far is where you have to go?
Oh, you were raising your hand.
Is
It's
it
a question.
far?
Air high five.
It took you like 4 hours on a naval vessel.
So too far to swim is what you're saying.
Yes.
But if we believe in ourselves
far to
and
tell
try real hard,
Belief isn't real.
yeah.
I would like to point out that the spell Iron Boots does allow you to walk on water.
Can I try using iron boots on the water?
Are you sure I wouldn't allow him to walk on the bottom of the ocean?
They've it works on water, but like it might
Wanna
be a
be
bit of a hard
Jesus?
time.
I'm gonna try for that.
5.
That's not enough.
One boot works.
Can I try again?
It works on a toe. Yes, hop on one
you don't
toe.
have the mental capacity to try again right away.
Okay.
So you've got some
I love
lumber.
the metaphor.
Some dead fish.
You've got some lumber, some dead fish.
Give me a minute.
Do the trees have
It's like
leaves?
The trees don't have leaves. They've been long since dead. They've been dead for a while.
It's like you have
Please
erectile dysfunction.
make a
Oh,
rat.
try a little later. It's not working right now. Can we just cuddle for a little bit?
Can we use the dead fish to make a sail?
You could try to craft it.
Is that a thing that happens? in
Maybe you could
nature?
like tie their
How
skins
about
together to make a
Shrek
makeshift
this
system.
bitch? Like, blow into the fish and blow them up like balloons and fly our way there.
Wow.
You can. I mean, you can try it.
Can I? I try and turn them into balloons by
Okay.
blowing into them.
Curbed you.
5.
Oh
Oh wait, crafting is 1.
Wow.
6.
I feel like
You end up just kind of getting your mouth,
out with a fish.
your mouth full of sand.
I
And
shall now proceed to pleasure myself with this fish.
I throw up
Okay.
fucking everywhere.
Gonna try rolling for iron boots again.
Can
You-
we just craft a little raft,
Yeah.
and then can we just like sit on it and like just kick?
You could try.
That's why don't we just do that?
Noe's gonna try and cast Iron Boots first, and then you could try and. What is that?
18.
18.
Congrats, you
He
cast
can
Iron
push
Boots.
us on the
I'm
raft.
just gonna wait till they're done the raft. I'll give them a
He can push
I'll
us
just
on the
walk.
raft. Yeah.
All right, so Stephen the Heathen,
it.
are you just gonna like
At least
take
you
the
waited
lumber,
for this time. Usually
push
you
the
don't.
lumber together, and like try to
So
tie it
usually
up or
waiting for us
something?
is-
No, I'm gonna use
Sometimes
sap
you know.
touch to
Ooh.
stick it together.
Okay, roll crafting for me. So using sap touch, you get it all sticky.
5 and a 1.
5 is our number of the day, apparently.
You're able to like get it stuck, and like a few pieces stick together, but there's like bits of sand in between, and like ash and soot, and they're sort of jumbled in like a sort of weird like squiggly line, but it will float. You put it in the water and it does float.
But with how many people on it?
It's only like big enough to hold like maybe 2 people.
Can I try to craft
See,
it
does
bigger?
Noah count as a full person?
No,
I'm not
absolutely
on
not.
it anyways.
Somebody let me put me on their back and I'll
Backpack
be a
Jack count as a full
backpack.
person?
We put
Backpack
someone-
Jack does count as a
put
person.
people in
But
backpack.
what if I'm a backpack? What
If Backpack Jack disguises himself as a backpack, then he could be worn as a backpack.
Alright, I
Alright.
do that.
I say,
I'm a backpack now.
what's your name again?
Eleanor.
I say Eleanor and Rand and Backpack Jack go on the raft. And
Okay.
then
And
Noah
Noah
can
can
Iron Boots across, and I can try to teleport across with my necklace.
All right.
I say Eleanor is wearing backpack Jack.
No, you're wearing that.
No, I'm not wearing backpack Jack. Can we roll to see who wears backpack Jack?
Higher number has
Okay,
lower number
I'm going
has
to
wear
roll.
me.
Do you want higher than 10 or lower than 10?
Lower than 10.
Are you okay with that rule?
Sure.
So
What about 10? What happens if it lands on 10?
I'll just roll. Oh, if it's 10, then it goes to 10 lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anywhere between 1 and 10, Josh has to wear Backpack Jack. Anywhere 11 to 20, Eleanor has to wear Backpack Jack.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god.
I like how I just make the 18.
18.
Well,
I'm wearing the backpack.
Yeah.
I'm
So
wearing
you-
the-
Can I craft a wooden shirt?
What?
That doesn't work.
I don't want
No.
him touching me.
No, Lily's wearing Backpack Jack.
Why isn't your normal shirt capable of stopping him from touching you?
Didn't you
No,
pick
wait,
lower than
but-
10?
you picked lower than 10.
Do you think that
Yeah,
you don't
so
have a
you
top
don't-
on?
18, so
It's 18.
Yeah, so if
Higher-
it's lower than 10,
if it was 10 or lower, then you had to wear it. But if it was higher than 10, she had
Just
to
you're
wear
not wearing backpack Jack. Just move on.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm happy. I'm glad.
I don't know what the big deal is. It's a backpack.
He's
I'm a
sticky.
little
sticky and
Oh,
As
gross.
Alright.
Damn.
as you put on the backpack straps, it sort of like sticks and begins to like seep onto your skin.
No funny business.
It
I'm
starts.
not
It's
doing
already
anything.
his sticky sapness. Is
You
all
try to
over
like
you.
adjust the straps, and they just kind of like stick to your clothes.
I'm sorry.
You
you're
can
not.
you can still hear him
You're
talk.
right, I'm not.
You can still hear him talk, even though he's just looks like a total like just a normal
What is that?
leather backpack.
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Great.
Yay! Wait, we
Alright,
still
so
need...
we're trying to go to where we saw the lightning strike?
Yes,
Alright. Can I try to teleport there?
you're
Using
just
my
gonna
necklace?
you're just gonna try and teleport all the way over there.
All the way there.
You land in the water.
Okay.
My idea with this is if I mess it up and don't go far enough, I won't be in the middle of the water. I'll be on land, but not all the way.
All right.
You catch what I'm putting down?
Kinda.
Put him in the water.
Pick it up. When
Get
I'm
a 1.
down.
Get a 1. Oh shit.
What is
So-
it?
It's like waste.
It's
I'm
a
pretty sure I
four.
float anyways. But
What is it?
It's a 4. So you think
Once you float on bees.
long and hard and try to like teleport yourself towards your necklace begins to glow a thick green as it begins to emanate a sort of gas. It evaporates you and teleports you 10 feet out into the ocean. You're just kind of laying on your back.
Sup,
Alright,
guys?
I start. Wait, can I Can I use growth to make my legs and arms really long? And then can I just like backstroke all the way
Oh my
down?
god.
You can try, absolutely.
Welcome back to our fun island adventure, apparently.
Nice. Just like
They just get like a couple feet longer.
Every little bit helps.
And so, okay, the rest of you board the raft.
We're getting all our bad rolls out of the way now, apparently.
Rand and Eleanor take a seat. The two elves get the nicest seat, of course.
Of course we do.
Backpack Jack, you're resting on the back of Eleanor.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
You're right!
Josh has
We've gone over this.
has a Blippers.
Yes!
Blippers just takes a rest on Josh's shoulder.
I was so happy.
Wait,
you said I
Blippers can
wanted-
fly. Someone just hold on to Blippers
No!
and he'll just carry you
Can you
across.
shut up? No, I want him on my shoulder.
Maybe Thundercat could. Everyone else weighs way too much.
Good point.
Blippers is really
Excuse
not
me,
strong.
Don't call me fat.
No, Blippers has 1 point in strength. He's not a strong boy.
He's a little mushroom.
He's a little mushroom.
He's a
boy.
1 foot tall mushroom.
Mushrooms are scary.
Excuse me, do not attack Blippers like that.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so no, you give the crew the push, and they begin to the raft begins to leave, and you just start walking until Iron Boots wears off.
Where's off?
Eventually, yeah. And you're just left.
I thought I could just
You're
walk
left holding
forever.
onto the back of the raft, kicking.
Hey.
At one point, you pass Stephen the Heathen, and he just kind of grabs onto the raft and just floats along with you.
Nice. I'm part of the raft now.
Yeah, you're just another log.
You are with
Start
people.
kicking.
Start kicking.
You're gonna be much quicker than my short little legs. Like flailing in the back. Like a Western Porp fight.
Rand, I'm gonna assume that you just pull yourself back on, and Stephen the Heathen kicks your way over.
We're finally making progress.
Okay, so you're all together on a very small raft.
Middle of the ocean.
Stephen, can you give me a perception roll?
No.
Do I have to add anything?
No, not for perception.
Oh, it's a 7. I thought that was a 1.
You feel something graze your foot. You're not sure what it is, but it touched you.
Fuck, I hate that. Can I attempt to teleport the rest of the way to land?
You look down at your necklace, it's gone blue.
Fuck. I don't want to stop time. That's useless right now. Shit. Can I put my face under the water, try to look around for something?
Okay, so you roll yourself around, grab back on.
I'm grabbing on with my two hands, on my front is in
Yeah.
the water. My back's out of the water.
Okay.
I'm still kicking, but I want to look down and look around.
Alright, give me another perception check while you're upside down.
Okay.
I just had the.
You can see something begin to move under the ocean. It's a dark blue, and it seems rather large, and you can see it just sort of make waves underneath.
I'll try to talk to it.
Are we gonna fight the eel from Mario 64?
Do you have... Can you talk to animals?
Yes,
Not you, Rand.
but I can.
Oh, what if it knows common? I don't know. I don't want to assume.
You can try. What do you want to say?
I want to say hello in common.
As you're upside down in the water, you go... As air begins to escape your mouth. You're underwater, so sound really doesn't carry all that well.
Answer me?
Actually, sound
That's
doesn't
one of my
sound
racial
carry actually pretty
abilities.
well underwater.
Yeah, but it doesn't quite... You can't
Okay.
quite tell what it is.
Can I talk to him?
You don't know it exists yet. You just sort of keep seeing it
You just look over and Steven's just face down in the water.
He's dead.
You
Done with this adventure.
You watch as its tail kicks up more sand underneath.
Can I kick faster?
Yeah, sure. Just give me a strength roll.
Or would it help if I grew my legs out longer?
You could try. You can do anything at Flying Rhino Junior High.
15 feet longer.
So-
really long legs.
So your arms stay the same length, right?
Yes.
But your feet just grow out really fast, and you watch his legs just do
Is
As
it really
the-
helping?
as they come up and crash down, and the force behind them double the speed you were currently going at, and you watch as you're getting closer and closer to the harbor. It just seems to be covered with black wood and fire, just random small ashes.
Hey.
All of you need to give me a balance check.
A balance check?
So roll a d20.
roll like acrobatics.
Yo, where's
Yes.
my gold D20? Oh, Joey.
Mine
you're
is
the
14.
Woo! I probably didn't even need to. I wasn't in the boat.
No.
Well,
Mine's
for
14.
the record, I got a nat
Mine's
20.
Mine's
10.
13.
What would you get? Backpack Jack?
14.
14, okay.
Mine's
So,
14 out, 15
You
out,
feel
14.
something bump up against the side of the boat, and it
Oh,
knocks
shit.
one of the bars of lumber off as it floats off into the water. But you all manage to stay on. You all manage to balance yourself. But Rand, you get a little wet.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
already
no.
really
I was a
wet.
little wet to begin with.
In my pants.
So.
All right. You all watch as before, right in the direct line of travel, a Leviathan comes up from under the water and it stares you down. It's got a dragon-like face with long, sharp fangs and gills and fins, I guess they're called.
Can I...
Like this kind
We're
of?
not in combat yet, are we?
No, not yet.
Okay, can
And
I talk to it in Draglick?
Aren't you still mimicking a backpack?
Can I talk to him in
Yeah, I can
animal?
still talk, can I?
You
It's
can.
an
He. Eleanor can hear him, so I'm going to assume you can still talk. So you're going to try to speak to it in Dragolic, the language of celestial beings.
Hey! How's your day been, friend?
Fuck, this is how we die.
You want a Tim Tam?
Oh my god.
Do you see why we wanted to trade him?
This is how we die.
He stares at you with his yellow eyes, they just blink. It doesn't seem like he's got your message.
Can I?
Can I talk to an animal?
Hold on, Parker spoke up first, so.
I want to let go of the boat, and I want to.
You're just
I'll
gonna-
still float, but I want to take out my piccolo, and I want to play a little tune.
Okay.
Oh, you and the little mushroom can play a little duet, and it'll soothe the
So you push off on the boat, and you watch as the boat begins to take off. So the people on the boat begin to float, and the Leviathan has fixed his eyes on Stephen the Heathen.
Oh, thanks.
You pull out your piccolo, and you begin to play.
This is the most useless idea I've ever had in my life.
Is it a
4.
Um,
I keep rolling 4s.
you begin to like squeak out some sour notes.
You play a really bad version
it's
of the
just
Jeopardy theme.
It's not going very well, and the Leviathan sort of looks at you, and it lets out a horrifying shriek. But like the grace from God he is, Blippers takes off flying towards you, and he rests on your belly, and he begins to play a soothing song on his piccolo. It goes even poorer.
Should I break out the loot?
All right.
Blippers
Can I try to stop time now that my necklace is green instead of blue?
It's blue instead of green.
Oh, sorry, blue instead of green.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I want to try to do that.
Not only...
And you don't get to.
It's another one.
Is that one?
Yeah.
God
Oh my god, we're all
Worst
dead.
rolls today.
damn. Hey, good fucking necklace.
Your
bro.
necklace begins to glow of like a sort of red color.
Oh, that's
And-
not a thing I know.
You watch as it begins to just vibrate on your chest, and you can feel it
Ooh,
start
maybe
to
you slip
jitter.
it downstairs a little bit.
Why
And
are
you
like
watch
this?
as it lets out a sort of pulse wave. As it goes forward, you watch as poor little Blippers, who is sitting on your chest, just sort of gets carried away by the wave, and he just flies towards the island as if he was just thrown by some sort of force.
Does he land on the island?
He's just kind of gone. You watch him sort of
Damn
like
it.
fly off into the horizon.
I hate you.
Remember, it's
fucking
gone.
necklace.
His like little
Fucking stupid ass necklace.
as he flies, his little like sparkles and twinkles like fly with him. But the wave pushes water along with it, and you guys begin to like fly even faster towards the
Like
island.
tsunami?
Yeah, sort of. So you're like practically almost at the harbor.
Oh.
Stephen the Heathen is a good like 20 feet out into the ocean by
Yo,
himself
well,
with a
fuck necklace,
Leviathan.
Steve.
Good luck, my dude.
Thanks.
No, I like Steven. Still. What about him?
Am I supposed to treat this like combat or no?
I think so at this point.
Alright.
The Leviathan was shook by your waves, so it's very angry.
Why can I not talk to this animal?
You're way too far away now.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Wait, so
Wait, can I do one last thing?
Sure.
In an effort to bait it away from you, I take out my dead fish and I just start waving them at it, hoping that it's hungry.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you
Um,
still on my back?
Yes.
Uh,
As 2 arms come out, reach into the backpack.
Like a Dora the Explorer style
waving dead
situation.
fish around. You want me to, what do I roll for?
Good roll.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of what stat that would go off of.
Woody?
Dance.
Dance answer.
Elegance.
Oh, I'm elegant. I have 2 in elegance.
I'm elegant.
Oh my! Of course.
I'm the
you
most
do.
elegant
Of
sticky
fucking
backpack.
course you do.
8.
8 plus the 2.
Yeah.
It's 10.
You wave them in a sort of like rhythmic
Sensual
pattern,
motion.
Oh.
and
Oh.
the wind from the residual wave carries the smell towards the Leviathan. As you can hear it, it turns around.
Oh, we got a hungry boy.
It set its sight on the little boat again, as it realizes those are probably a lot more appetizing than a chunk of wood. It begins to make its way towards you in a slithering, slinking kind of way.
Great, now what? Oh god, I should have thought this through.
Oh my god, okay. Can I
Can I
take the
talk
fish
part? Can I
and
talk?
throw them?
I haven't done anything in a
Throw,
long
don't
time.
throw them all.
Can
Throw
I
them
roll
one
for
at a
iron?
time.
Throw one at a time, be like, go fetch.
Hold on, okay.
Or just sprint to the
Noey,
island.
Noey, roll iron boots.
Okay, wait, so
Fuck! It was out of 12 before. Shit!
No, you didn't cast iron boots.
am I giving you the dead fish? Or
Can I have like one at a time, and then we'll experiment
okay,
with
so
what
I'll
with
give
one?
you 1. So now you have 1 and I have 5.
Throw it. Throw it.
Fish.
Throw it away.
So what are you gonna do
How
with
much
this?
does the fish weigh for her then?
Inflate it into a balloon like Craig.
Okay, I'm gonna wave it at the snaky thingy,
The Leviathan,
the
yeah.
Leviathan. I'm gonna be like, come here, snaky thingy. And then when the snaky thingy sees it, I'm gonna be like, go fetch, snaky thingy.
Wow.
So you're
And
trying,
we're gonna see if that works.
you're trying to bait it
Yeah.
with one fish. Okay.
Just for
What do you
now,
mean
just to
if
see
that
if it
works?
works.
That's pretty big risk and reward.
So it's coming right towards you.
Oh shit! All right.
It's making a
Hold
break.
on, nat 20.
Fuck.
What is it?
It's a 5.
Joey, are these dice loaded? Because we just keep rolling 4s and 5s.
As
That's
the
true, I rolled a
Leviathan,
one.
as the Leviathan comes towards you, you throw the dead fish and it lands like a couple feet away from you. As
Okay,
you didn't
that's
have
still
the,
not directly at me.
you still didn't have the strength to throw it,
Yeah,
and it just
that makes sense.
drops its neck right in between you guys and the dead fish, causing a wave that sends you guys away from the harbor.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Wait, so I don't have that dead fish anymore.
Wait, what's your strength?
Mine?
Yeah.
5.
How far
Oh.
am I from the
Okay,
Leviathan?
I have...
You're
I'm the
quite a
strongest
bit away.
one.
You're like a good 20, 30 feet away from it. You can't quite tell as like
if I
water
hit
starting
one
to
you, are
disorient
going
you.
to throw it?
course.
But you can guess that it's probably a lot longer than what you're all seeing.
Oh,
Can I roll for iron boots again?
Sure.
Cool.
You're just trying to get away.
No.
This is your last chance.
19. That works.
That does work.
Finally, we're getting good.
Can I run up on the Leviathan's back and stab him in the head? Like maybe like the brain?
So,
What?
so you're
I'll
trying.
do something.
Okay, so
Yeah, why haven't I
You
shot
watch-
the arrow at it yet?
you watch Thundercat take off from the raft as he just makes a break run at the Leviathan as its neck is coming out from the water. You get on the back of its neck, and you're able to climb up to the top of his head with ease.
Oh, Lord
Okay,
Jesus.
can I just like
You're trying
stab
to like.
right down into its head, just kill it,
Wait.
just like bah.
Do you have
Wait,
animal
is it
handling?
anywhere near
I
us?
don't. No, I want to kill it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty close to you guys.
Because if you kill it and it drops dead, that's it for us.
You can swim.
Oh, fuck.
8.
Do you have anything in short blade?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's on the phone.
No, it's all in here. Short blade. I have 2.
Okay, that's enough.
Cool.
So you stab down into the middle of the brain, and you can hear it begin to screech, and you can feel its skin is slimy and kind of gross.
Oh, it's
Like
just
Backpack
like
Jack.
me.
They're probably brothers.
Can you give me a balance check?
My brother, the
Yeah.
Leviathan. Coming this fall to CBS.
17.
You manage to stay on, and as you pull on the dagger backwards, because he's trying to knock you off, you kind of pull back, you can feel its head swivel in the same way as you pull it.
Oh, I'm
Good
controlling
choice.
it now. Okay. Can I kind of like swivel it towards the island?
Give me a roll for horseback.
Oh, shit.
Are you gonna make it go up on land?
Sure.
8.
You begin to like swivel the dagger in its brain, sort of like a Joy-Con, and like you manage to like pull it in the direction, and it lets out a shriek, and it just falls into the water.
Perfect.
It's dead.
Cool.
You weren't controlling it. You were just jambling around a knife in its brain.
Okay.
You
That's one way to
lobotomized
do
it.
it.
Oh god, poor
Perfect.
creature.
It lands on the ground, and you watch as it lets out a gasp of air. The rest of it begins to float up, and it seems to go on for ages and ages into the distance. Like, a long into the horizon.
That
Stephen the
sounds
Heathen,
really easy to
you're
kill.
lifted up out of the ocean onto the back of... You're on the back of the Leviathan now. You just kind of, like, floated up from under you.
Can I just walk along him?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's just kind of like a bridge.
Yeah.
Just
All
hanging
right.
out. Where are we?
Are we at the island yet?
I'm assuming you guys just kind of push the
So
makeshift
we're only like
raft.
a couple feet away.
Yeah, you were almost... You were pretty close to the...
Oh, you touched the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have probably just walked on land.
Yeah.
So you make it to the harbor, and you realize that it's identical to the Islonian harbor that you all stayed at the first night, where the captain asked you to get on the boat and he took you. So the city that lays before you is a mirror to the city you stay in the beginning of the adventure.
The
Wow.
one where we got all our stuff?
What?
The one where we got all our stuff?
Yeah.
So does what we do in this world affect what happens in the real world?
We don't know.
Let's burn that merchant's house down! That's what he gets for the fake bow.
I like him again.
I
You
don't
see
care
another-
anymore, we're burning this place
Are
down.
there people here? Is there anyone? Can I do a detect life?
Absolutely.
Cool. 15.
You can detect no life, but you can detect motion.
Okay, let's start looting. Take whatever you want, guys. Everyone's gone. Free shit everywhere.
I want a whole bunch of fake glass bows.
As you make your
Anyone
way...
know any
as
place?
you-
It's like the real mirrored one.
As you make your
It's
way
not the
past the
weird one.
city gates that usually stand tall and proud but are now burnt to the ground, you walk into the town where there's nothing more than just shambled houses with small wooden planks that are half scorched, ancient old buildings and pathways that have been crushed down into rubble. But the castle seems to be almost perfect condition. And inside there's a gate that seems to be barred off.
What about the garden? Can we see the garden?
What's the merchant's house look like?
What? You just said all the houses are broken and scorched.
But
Damn it, someone got revenge before
That
us.
glass bow. That's pretty durable. There's gotta be a mirrored one. Josh really wants that bow.
Let's just break into the house,
Can we
see
just like
if it's
check
there.
the rubble
I wanna
and
go to
see
the
if the glass
castle.
bow. Okay, we'll go to the
Party
castle.
slot.
Alright. We can kill him.
As you make your way towards the center of the castle, you can make out in the distance approximately where the merchant's house was, and there just seems to be a pile of ash there. There would have been nothing there anyway.
Oh, okay.
I might like Josh, you dig in the ash for the bow, but
I dig in the ash with a bow.
sorry,
You're
bud.
walking into the castle. So, as you
Joey's tired of our bullshit, so he's just like, no, you're doing this.
you push open the iron doors, and in front of you, there stands a man.
Let's kill him.
He's got these black cloaks, long black hair,
I don't trust it.
and he seems to be reading out of a book.
I don't trust these
He's
emo
got
people.
some sort of a light murmur coming out of him, but those are the only noises you can hear.
Hey there, pretty boy, what you doing here? Hello.
You hear
Someone
him.
walked by.
He stops. There's a pause in his murmuring,
Meh.
and he just goes back on into reading.
Well, that's very rude. I was trying to talk to you.
Are you still on my back?
I assumed I'm not.
Thank
Get off
God.
the back, yeah.
Am I still sticky?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like a little.
Oh,
resist-
There's
Sticky
just
now.
two sticky straps on you. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm not.
We've established this.
I'm really not, too, which is the funniest part.
We walk up closer to the guy.
Okay.
What language
As you
does
all-
he speak?
As you all begin to make your way towards him, you watch as he throws a simple glass beak in the air, and a black aura begins to manipulate around it. The eyes form, the tentacles form, and
It's
he
crow.
Was
He
it
c-
glass
Buff
beak or
and
gold?
crow.
a gold beak.
Oh, you said glass.
Yeah, you said
Glass.
glass.
Oh shit!
Apologies.
He's making
Fucking
just-
crow.
I was just
He's
clarifying.
the crow king.
He's making crows.
He creates a knack-knack out of thin air.
Gross.
Can I talk
What
to
a
him?
bitch.
You can't understand the language he's currently speaking.
What
Does he-
language
Can I
is he
just talk
from a
speaking?
book?
I
Yes.
talked to him in Draglick.
Can I take the book?
He's not. You're not close enough to him just
What
yet.
language
Close
is he speaking?
Can I run up and take the book? I'm pretty
Okay.
fast.
I demand
All the
answers.
questions. You don't know what language he's speaking. You're gonna try and walk up and just snatch
Wait,
the book
do
out
I
of his hand.
recognize-
How close he was.
He's 20 feet away from you.
Do I recognize the language he's speaking?
You can run that fast, yes.
I need to run up and grab the book from him.
All right.
Wait,
Do I have to roll
Joey,
for
do
that, or
I
just do it?
recognize the language he's speaking?
No.
Damn it.
Okay. Do I have to roll for that?
No, you don't have to roll for your speed. So, hold on. You're all standing at the entrance to the garden where the queen usually stands. But instead, this time, there's just a guy reading the book. So, he stands over here,
Hello.
right in front of you, his back towards you. You're attempting to run all the way up to him and just snatch the book out of his hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak away so he doesn't notice.
Okay, first roll sneak.
Okay.
Sneak.
18.
Okay, so he doesn't notice you, especially with your fortified sneak thing. However, you do put on the hood and you hear quacking from your cape.
That's okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got a sneaky hood that makes those quacks. It's got ducks in it.
His cape is like light blue with like rubber ducks, a rubber duck pattern on it.
That's so you.
And then I got it super enchanted, so now it quacks whenever
That's-
I put the hood on.
That's like right on
Okay,
line with your actual
now roll
personality.
pickpocket.
Okay.
You're stealing the book out of his hands.
4. Wait, I got points in pickpocket, I think.
How many points in pickpocket?
3.
7.
So you just sit there with the book.
You jump up and you try to pull the book out of his hand, and it falls to the ground, and you watch as it evaporates on the ground and materializes again in his hand.
What
Fuck.
the fuck?
He then closes the book and he simply looks down at you and says, "You should not have come here." And
You should
using
not
the
have ignored
and
us.
using the
That's
book
rude.
as a sheath, he pulls out a long katana sword
What
made
the
entirely made entirely out of ethereal energy.
That's a nice bookmark.
And he
Where'd you
gets
get
into
it?
a stance before you and he says, "A warrior always lets them take the first shot." And he turns the blade into a defensive
We don't
stance.
have guns. How are we gonna take the first shot?
We all
Can
get
I,
to take
can
the
I
first
run
shot?
back to my friends?
Using
Strategic retreat?
the remainder of your speed, you get back behind
Can
your
I-
team.
I want to go take. Like, will he just let me walk up and take the first shot?
Yeah.
So I don't need to roll speed or anything. He'll just let me walk.
I feel like there's a trick.
You're not in combat right now,
All right.
but he's letting you take the first
I
shot.
want to walk up to him, and then I want to do whatever the hell I did with my red amulet before.
You're just gonna try and like push him.
Yeah.
Hydro pump him away.
Okay.
Force
Oh
push.
yeah, we never looked for the mushroom.
We'll get him eventually. Don't worry, Josh.
Oh shit.
Fucking goddamn it! Who gives a shit about this fucking wizard bullshit?
Wizard, stay right there.
Where's
we need that.
Blippers?
We need our bard.
Hashtag find Blippers 2K18.
So
I assume my amulet's still red.
yes,
Yeah.
you walk up and you try to channel whatever energy went into it before. Roll a d20.
Yo,
16.
Ooh.
So you let out a small push. As you push, you
He
watch.
falls to the floor.
You watch as his body holding the sword evaporates as it falls forward, and he jumps out of the side, brandishing his sword, and he attempts just to slash at you at your side.
Well, that's a rather nasty trick.
Buddy.
That's not
He
the
hits
first move.
hitting for 3 damage. So he cuts a chunk out of the side of your bark, and you begin to bleed your little phytoid blood as he cleaves a solid chunk into your side.
Are we now to treat this like combat?
Yes, now you're all in combat.
Ah, fuck. But, like, if he can evaporate, how are we gonna get him?
Can I stop him with the silver side of my thing? Did that do something? Oh no, the gold side. That's magic.
The gold side does deflect magic. You can try that, yes.
13.
So, as he's in his stance, you begin to run up behind him, and you rolled a 13. So you take your dagger, and you shove it into his side, and there is exposed rib cage. He lets out a scream as you deal. 1 damage.
Cool.
can I
Something.
shoot him with more of my gold
Go
arrows?
next? I don't remember your speed.
I
Speeds.
think he goes first.
My speed is
Well, it's Eleanor's speed too.
It's 5.
My speed's 10.
15.
So Rand is next. So Rand, you're just going to try and shoot an arrow at him without moving? You're not going to move from the gate?
What?
You're currently standing in the gate to the garden where the queen
Move up
usually
with and
stands.
shoot. You gotta-
Where is he?
Maybe a stone
Yeah,
arrow.
I'll
He's
walk in and shoot.
So you walk in sort of like a diagonal pattern to get the best view,
Yep.
and you try to hit him with a gold arrow. Oh,
excuse me.
roll your...
Excuse me. 18.
That hits for...
Shit, I'm pinpoint. Fucking shithead. Fuck me balls.
Fuck meatballs.
The arrow flies into his back shoulder. He lets out a scream and lowers his stance for a second, but he pulls up his sword, brandishes it, and cuts off the end of the arrow, leaving whatever's inside of him currently in there.
That still hurts.
And he brandishes it as he's aiming towards you, with the long shaft pointed at your skull.
Okay. Long side long.
Sure.
Oh shit. No, never mind. They're not
Wait,
gold.
can I just, before we go, Joey, how high are the ceilings?
There is no ceiling. It's a courtyard.
Oh, you're right.
We're outside.
I forgot.
You're inside, but you're outside at the same time.
Alright.
There are walls.
Okay, who's going first?
I am.
Alright,
I want to hit him with the gold buster sword.
alright. So, are you slashing just at him?
Yes.
Okay. Roll accuracy.
4.
Your Buster
Does
Sword,
it help if I have stuff in long?
it does. How many do you have?
6.
That now hits.
Hooray!
Roll damage.
Another 4.
You bring down the
That's
gold
a good
Buster
flaw.
Sword onto him, and it cleaves through a bit of the
Is it?
sword. It cuts through a bit of his shoulder and a bit of the sword as well. As it deflects the magic that was currently in it, it breaks it down to nothing but a hilt and a small little edge to it.
He's got a micropenis like me.
Alright.
You sound so excited about that.
It's
Okay,
pretty fun.
Backpack Jack, it's your turn.
Ooh.
Throw your sword.
Yeah, but there's someone right in front of him. I don't want to do that.
It's just Noah.
I try and like...
It'll go right over his head.
No, don't do that.
Can I... Am I able to jump on top of Steven? Because Steven's right in front of him and like land on top of Steven?
So,
Far.
okay,
Right.
I would justify it as you're running, so that would take up your movement.
Yes.
You're gonna do an acrobatics to try and land on Steven from that far away. So
Yeah.
like kind of like a
Like-
long jump scenario.
I was... Because Steven's right in front of him, so I want to land on Steven.
And then land on Steven and then attack him
And
with
then
your...
like, yeah, like attack from overhead.
Okay.
You're never gonna get
So I'll let you...
stuck from my branches.
You can move.
Right?
Roll acrobatics.
7. And my acrobatics is 10.
Okay. So you managed to jump forward and you land like sort of right behind Steven.
Okay.
It wasn't far enough to quite make it, but you stand behind him.
Can I use the Nightmare Scythe to go like around Steven and still hit the guy?
So you're trying to like pluck him out
Yeah.
of the situation with a nightmare scythe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to hit.
I'm not
I want the
super
scythe to
okay
go
with
like
that.
around Steven.
Roll one, just gonna get Steven.
Around Steven and
It's not
hit
even
the guy.
gold. What are you doing?
So
I just
you
wanna
take
hit
the
him.
nightmare scythe, and as you hold it in your hands, it says, "Hello, master."
Oh gosh, it's kinky.
Why are we to be kinky?
And you...
Hi, friend. I don't like that. Can we just call each other friends?
Absolutely, friend. What
Yay.
soul shall we reap today?
That weird magic samurai man.
Sink me into his flesh.
Okay. What do I roll?
A d20 for accuracy.
This is mildly kinky.
18.
As you sort of swing around Steven, you pluck him. You pluck the samurai wizard in the side, and it draws a small speck of blood, and it lands on the nightmare scythe, and the blood activates the edges of it, and it begins to glow in a heaping red, and you hear it go, "Yes."
Joey, you gave me this thing for a fucking cookie.
Lily, it's now your turn.
If I use the fire thing, am I gonna kill people? Are people in the way to use the firestorm?
If you use Firestorm as a spell that travels in a direct line and damages everything in its way,
Everyone is in your way.
Shit.
No, I'm made of wood.
you can try to step to the side and then do it.
No, I'm gonna hurt people if
Just
I do
run
that.
up.
Can I run up and try to hit him with a dagger?
Your speed's 5.
Go very
You can
slow.
only move
Yeah.
one block at a time.
Shit. Okay. What are my options?
What did this guy fucking do? Oh yeah, he makes a good
Yo,
crow.
Firestorm
Makes the
over the
crows.
best.
I was like, why were you
The
killing
king
him?
of the crows.
Alright. That's worth it. We can kill him for that.
I have a sword.
I Snacks.
Crows.
I have
That's why I didn't
snacks.
ask questions. I just try to steal his book
You also
and
have
stab him.
spells.
Play
Yeah.
a song. You have a loot.
I have the fire spell, and I have the life spell,
What's the
and
life
I have
spell?
the summon familiar spell. And
Oh,
like,
summon a familiar.
Summon a familiar.
Summon a
Definitely
that's a
have
thing
one.
that I can do?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
spell
Alright,
you can
let's
do.
do that one.
All right, whose familiar are you going to summon?
Mine. Mine.
Go,
Blippers.
get mine.
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 Oh, try
Mine.
backpack jacks.
Yo,
Let's see what
mine.
that is.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
don't even go near
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Summon backpack
Do
jacks.
it.
That could be a good idea.
Do I have
Can you
one?
summon Blippers?
Everyone has a familiar.
Right, this is the Patronus thing.
So
Yes.
do
Mine's
it.
But-
a
What's
crocodile.
yours?
The only
I don't
ones
know.
we've seen
Don't know.
is Parker's, and it's a crocodile.
Oh,
Summon
please.
mine.
But we're on land.
Summit.
Summon.
Or is
Crocodile.
that
Croco-
alligators?
Alligators.
No,
Mine.
Both of them go on land.
Yeah.
Crocodiles
just that-
and alligators.
Yeah, but they're
It's that-
better in water.
Alright, and that's semantics.
Everyone
So-
knows
They're
that.
still good on land.
Lily,
Josh
who's...
is brawny. Let's get his.
Woo!
Josh is also dumb. It's gonna be like
A gorilla.
donkey
A
or some
ferret.
shit.
No, it's gonna be like big, but also like
Really
not know
stupid,
what's
like a
going
T-Rex.
Alright,
Okay,
let's do it.
summon the familiar. Roll a d20.
Let's go
They're
to
all on the
T-Rex
floor.
now.
You have to roll an 8 or higher.
on.
11. So, you shoot out of your pendant a beam of blue light, and Rand, you feel it sort of enter your body, and you feel it leave as it materializes.
Materializes.
as it materializes
There you go.
as a rooster.
Yes! Oh no!
It steps
You
out.
got a cock after all.
Oh, fuck that.
Is it a
Roosters
small
are
one? Is it
vicious.
like a
You ever see a
micro-
cockfight?
is it a micro rooster?
It steps out from beside you. It looks you in the eye. It sort of nods and goes like a. And you watch as it guns, running full force, no second thought in its mind. It knows exactly what it's got to do, and it is fucking kill. That is the only thing it knows how to do.
Who is it running towards?
And it jumps full force, screaming right on to the samurai. It jumps onto the samurai, and it begins to peck and scratch at his ankles.
The same.
It just scratches away at his robes more than anything. It doesn't really mean to do
Still,
any damage.
Now we
Okay,
can see
but
his
it's
ankles.
absolutely, it's absolutely
Someone
got
cut
his
his feet
attention.
off. Nice.
Okay, so
Chicken. We got a chicken.
the wizard samurai.
We got
Turns.
a cockfighter, okay? First of all, I do not condone cockfighting at all.
Good to know we
But
have morals here.
roosters
on
are
Making
vicious.
Alcohol.
And I'm very happy that I have a rooster.
Okay.
He turns towards Steven, brandishing his katana, and he tries to cut you down. His sword just kind of like stabs into the side as it's just the hilt, and he's just realizing now that it's just like the small edge of a sword.
He didn't notice it breaking.
No, because like
What is
the
that?
the gold buster sword just cleaved through it like nothing,
Oh.
but it shortened the spell. It's now your turn again.
My turn?
It's my turn.
It's Thundercat's turn, but I meant it's the party's turn.
Okay.
Yours isn't like a collective yours.
Can I use the gold side of my dagger and try to cut his throat?
You're gonna try and jump onto his back and just
Yeah.
slice his
Again?
throat.
Yeah, I
You
got some
just
pretty
did
good
this
acrobatics. I
last
can do
back.
this.
Okay, roll acrobatics.
2, but I also have a 15 acrobatics.
Okay, so you get onto his back.
That's the spirit.
It's sort of a loose grab as you're just kind of like pulling on the back of his hood,
Yeah.
but you manage to get on. Now roll accuracy. It will be impeded though.
2 again.
Um,
But there's his toe in the
I
way.
hit my
Can I-
toe. Does
you can
that
call
count?
interference.
Interference.
There was just going
5. Come on, give me something.
You cut away at the edge of his hood, and you just kind of fall off as you've cut the string around his like cloak, and you just fall down as that was what was gripping you onto him.
Wait, so he's.
So you see his he's just not wearing a hood. You see his face.
Who is
So I
he?
can't stab him in the throat?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just fell on the ground.
Whose turn is it now?
It's Rand's.
Okay, let's go golden arrow, pinpoint to the face.
Pew.
You're trying to. He's just brandished. You've
No,
just
hit
seen
him
his
in his
face.
weak eyeball.
Eyeball.
We can't go-
All right, you're going right for the eyeball.
The chicken gave them to you. Don't let the chicken's attack be in vain.
This is a trap.
He's like, rooster, can you shut your mouth?
8. Do you have anything in ranged?
Yeah, of course I do.
It's
Oh.
7.
I have I should have this ready. That's my fault. I got 7 in range. How did you know that? Oh, you like that? It's me.
Okay, so that hits. Roll damage. Alright.
Oh. Wait, a Collin appears in the
No.
backpack? Shit! 2.
You want to blame everything on the backpack,
Still
don't you,
completely
Josh?
Because I hate backpacks now.
I'm sorry. Wait, no, I'm not.
So, the arrow flies into the back of his shoulder. It does another 2 damage, and he just takes the edge of his hilt and he cuts it off again.
Why?
Because he's an honorable warrior. He doesn't want to be impeded.
Can I go for? Is it between me and?
Yep.
Can I go first this time?
Sure.
Okay, so now I do what my original plan was, which is climb on top of Steven, take the nightmare scythe, and just try and plunge it into the guy's back, like from overhead.
Okay.
I assume because like
Climb
it's
onto me.
curved.
There's bees that live on me.
The bees
A lot
will
of
provide
bees.
focus. I don't know. Should I roll for that? What do I roll for?
Roll acrobatics to get on top of Steven.
6 normal-sized bees.
8
and then they die.
Plus,
But I got
alright, my acrobatics is 10.
prehistoric.
Okay, so you managed to get on top of Steven. You're sort of caught among some brambles, but you found a nice little spot for your feet.
Okay.
And you've learned how to climb a tree.
Hooray. Should I put that under feet so like can climb a tree?
No, it's okay. But now roll accuracy with your
So-
nightmare scythe.
Now I'm trying to attack him from overhead. 2.
You sort of just swing down, and the nightmare scythe goes right under Steven the Heathen's arm. You miss him, but you manage just to pull it up. You missed the
Oh.
you missed the samurai guy.
Now I'm just caught up here in your branches.
What are you gonna do, Steven?
Alright. I want to slice him in his face.
In his face.
Yeah.
Okay, roll accuracy. I'm assuming this is with the gold buster sword.
Yes. That's on the roll. I don't know what it was.
That hits. Roll damage.
I just want to clarify, I want to smile while I do this.
Alright.
You're always smiling.
As you're standing right in front of him, you smile as you try to bring the buster sword down on his face, and it crashes down, and he watches as the last thing his eyes see are that big smile across Steven the Heathen's face as it cuts through his face and cuts through his eyes, dealing 7 damage. He falls to the ground. He's bleeding. He's screaming. He can't muster himself to form his stance, but he's gone into sort of a berserker blind rage.
Alright, it's not my turn now.
Lily, it's your turn.
Shit.
I feel bad.
What
for
do I
the
do?
end.
Whatever you want to do. Is the chicken still here?
Yes, you
Yeah.
you can command your familiar to do something else.
Are his eyeballs gone?
Yes, his eyes are gone.
Damn, so I can't even peck his eyes out.
Peck out his ankles, his weak, tender ankles.
Is the guy still standing, or is he like...
He's standing, but he's very angry and blind.
Aim for
Oh,
his ankles.
get the rooster to like run around his feet and like trip him.
You're trying to knock him over?
Yeah.
Alright.
With the rooster.
Okay, so roll a d20 to command the rooster.
Come on. Motherfucker.
That's an 8. So the rooster, it just sort of like brushes up against his feet, and it like caws and screams and pecks at his feet. But it just is more of a distraction than anything as he manages to keep his warrior stance.
Alright, I'll take it. Could have been worse.
In his blind rage, he grapples Steven the Heathen. He succeeds. He holds him back, and he takes the hilt of his sword, puts it on his shoulder blade, and he casts the spell to elongate, and the sword just pierces right through Steven's shoulder
Oh no.
and pops off his arm.
Oh no!
Damn.
Steven!
It deals...
Too bad Steven wasn't here to hear that. You
It
don't
di-
have an arm.
That's okay, they grow back.
He deals 6 damage to you.
Alright.
Oh darn.
I'm
Oh
fine.
well.
I have 18 full health, so I'm good.
Okay. So, you watch as one of his branches for arms is just cleaved off of his body. What do you do as the party?
Can we like
Thundercat.
slap it back on?
Well, Thundercat, it's your turn first.
How is he right now?
He's currently grappling Stephen the Heathen, and he just popped his arm off. Like, cleaved it.
Can I stab him in the head?
Yeah, you can try to, like, jump at him and cleave it.
Yeah.
Okay, roll acrobatics. 5.
Plus 15.
Okay, so that makes you on top of his head. Roll damage. 4. And with the last thing, you just climb over Stephen and just puncture into the side of his head
now
with your
we're both
dagger.
in Steven.
And you just pull him off. And I just like this image of everyone is grappling and climbing up Stephen the Heathen today. And all the kills are delivered through the head. And you watch as he dissipates into the distance. He sort of falls into a cloud of smoke. And you pick up Stephen's arm as it evaporates into the same smoke.
So we can't sap it back on.
He's gonna grow another one.
Can we give him a robot arm in the meantime?
He's a tree.
Oh.
Can I shoot him in the eye with that eyeball? No,
The guy's
shoot him
dead.
in
The guy's dead. He just evaporated.
Also, he had his eyes taken out anyways.
But I wanted to shoot him again.
Well, he's gone.
As you're all trying to wonder what could possibly happen, a giant hand comes down and strikes the earth in front
I
of you.
love Super Smash Bros. Master Hand.
It's purple with scaly skin and dark red claws, and you look up as the head
Fresh nails.
as the head of a dragon peeks over the edge of the courtyard, and he stares down at you, and without moving his mouth, you hear his voice as he speaks to you, and he says, "You have slain my servants, abusing my power of the void to create worlds and monsters beyond our recollect. He has slandered my name amongst your people, and for you, I could not thank you enough for ridding this world and the next of him."
Oh, nice dragon.
Is it a dragon?
A dragon has just confronted you for killing his servant.
Oh god.
But
Can
like
you
in
get
a
us
good
home?
way.
Can you get us home? Do we just have to tap her shoes? We can get home all along?
He looks down at the
There's no place
he
like
looks
the
he
Queen's
looks
Garden.
down at your party and he says, "You have suffered enough. I shall reward you for your commitment to your quest." Up front of you stand 3 doors,
Oh shit.
and the dragon explains.
I picked the mystery box.
One shall lead to universal power. Along your journey, you will become more powerful than you could ever imagine. The middle one leads you to unknown riches. Countless money and gold will come your way, and you will be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. And the one on the left leads to knowledge.
Leads to a brand new car.
Fuck knowledge, power all the way.
Do
Yeah.
we
You
have
will
to
be-
all decide?
You will be
Can we go
the
through different doors?
You will be the smartest, and you will have the most fulfilling adventure you could possibly have. You must come to a universal consensus amongst us as a party
Where's Steve?
as to which door to enter.
Whatever Steven wants.
Yeah, Steven, what do you think?
I think power.
So I'll give you some time to think about it. Which door do you want to go into?
Hear me out. If we get more power, we can just fight everything and then
And
take
steal
their
their
stuff.
money.
And this is after trying Noah's already awesome cape of awesomeness that gets money all the time anyways.
What?
He started out the game with like full $5,000.
He's talking about how you get gold anyways,
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Why don't we do knowledge?
Cause
I'm already
Knowledge is
stupid.
power.
No.
Knowledge is power.
Okay, it's not
Don't
grade
you
4. This is not the
cast
pen. This is my
spells?
own
Okay,
sword.
Josh, we went
What?
through a
Can't
portal
you
and you
cast
just
more
passed
spells
out.
with knowledge?
You need knowledge.
Yeah, you
I
You're a
passed
dumb
out?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're
One
taking
knowledge.
you to school.
No.
Knowledge?
Power.
I'm a knowledge girl.
I'm liking
Knowledge.
knowledge. I
Knowledge.
have knowledge.
Okay, well, majority wins.
Power.
I feel like it
Nope.
would fit my
No.
character
You've
too
got
to want to
enough
learn
brute
shit.
force for all of us.
Power.
You watch as the dragon. You aren't agreeing to this.
You
No.
realize that, and then we're not gonna get anything.
Knowledge.
The dragon's fingernails begin to grow into
Why
the
knowledge? It does.
They
no,
begin-
why?
The
Because
dragon's
you're dumb.
talons
Give me a
begin
good-
to sink
What the
into
fuck?
the
I don't
dirt.
need anything else.
Okay. With knowledge, I'll get smarter and better at stealing shit. I can
How are
steal
you get smart?
I'll-
No, how?
Because we have
because I know all
knowledge.
the tricks and
Knowledge.
shit. Because of knowledge.
What's the trick to
You
stealing?
can cast
There might be
spells
books on
with
fighting,
knowledge.
and you can learn how to fight better.
The dragon's
We got
talons
books
begin
to
to
get
grow
better
into the
Dragon's
dirt.
really pissed off. We should pick.
He begins to get impatient. He says to you all, "I may be a patient god, but I am not the best."
Okay.
Pick.
You
I
are-
don't care. I'm not going knowledge. I will
Knowledge.
stay dumb.
Knowledge.
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 He said he doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Knowledge.
care. Knowledge. Lily,
Josh,
it's okay.
why are you like this?
Why do you have to?
Stubborn. and tired. Well, knowledge is bullshit. That's why it's 1.
Open a book, Josh.
As you stand with your arms crossed, you feel a small hand on your shoulder, and it begins to start to make like a noise, and it's Blippers. As he holds onto your shoulder, he's so tired from trying to fly all the way over here to try and save you guys. He begins to pat his head and he goes, "Are you all okay? I heard noises. Is everything all right?"
Blippers is knowledge better than power.
Can I pick him up and put him on my shoulder?
You can put Blippers on your shoulder, yes.
Blippers, what do you think?
What does Blippers want to do?
Blippers looks up at the dragon. He looks at his scared claws and he says, "I just want to go home."
Fuck Blippers, that isn't an option.
Can we not
This is
attack
our new home,
Blippers?
Blippers.
Can we go home?
The dragon tells the riddle to Blippers.
The riddle?
Blippers thinks it over long and
The
hard.
riddle? Are we not supposed to pick any of them?
And he flies over to the door of knowledge and he says, "I'm not very powerful, and I've never been very rich, but I know that with more knowledge, I could play more songs for you."
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Knowledge it is. There we go.
Yeah, knowledge door.
And the door opens as a light that is green shines through. And as you walk in, you enter into the Queen's garden. The plants and animals and flowers
And
are growing beautifully.
Instead of money, she gives us books.
There is vegetables, there are flowers, and there are birds singing as they go up, and the Queen is just tilling away at some soil. And you watch as she takes a pot, and she twists her hand above, and some sort of green magic comes out, and a flower begins to bloom. She sets it down and says, "Oh, well, seems you've done away with that demigod enough. He had a curse upon me that limited my magic powers here
How
in the
many
kingdom."
curses do you have?
Oh, believe me, you don't want to know that answer.
Apparently we're gonna find out if you make us do
It's
something
get
for you
pissed
every
off
week.
a lot of people.
She welcomes you back in the castle and congratulates you on a job well done.
Okay, but like, did we get anything from the dragon?
Okay. The Queen pays you all for your quest.
How much?
She opens a chest with 2,000 gold in it and leaves it up to you to decide who gets what.
I'll take all of it, thanks.
Excuse me.
Sorry, that's my job.
Hey Steven, how much do you want? I'll take your silence as nothing, so I guess we split it between the 4 of us.
500 each.
Sure,
I'm cool
each
with
of you
that.
get 500 gold.
Alright,
I don't know, last time we did this, someone got really pissed off at me.
well,
It was Josh.
Josh gets...
Yeah, well, I'm still pissed off because I don't get fucking power.
And now you
got
get
stupid
revenge.
knowledge.
Now you got songs to listen to. You got some new songs.
Stupid knowledge is kind of an oxymoron.
And as
We're
you're
just gonna play some Arctic Monkeys. It's gonna be beautiful, okay?
as you're all talking
Blippers
amongst
is
your,
like God. I don't care what he does. He's already amazing.
as you all are talking to yourself, the Queen welcomes you into the town square.
Wait, did I get 500 gold?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
each of you got 500
Should we
gold.
give some gold to Parker?
No.
You all
Or
come
we
in.
give him 100 and tell him we only made a certain amount.
Okay.
So everyone give in.
We each take out 25.
Yeah.
So just hope he doesn't watch
This episode.
He's taking
Force him.
25.
What's 92 minus 25?
Math. 92 minus 25?
Yes.
Let me find, where is it? Oh, I'm just doing it in my head right now. I'm just thinking 92
Wait, I can,
minus 25. 67.
Okay, thank you.
So, as you walk into the town square, there's a bunch of people from native Islonians who clap for you. And they congratulate you on saving Prymriel and restoring their queen to her power. And they lead you down the path that they've set up. It's covered in confetti, and you hear jolly tunes being played. Blippers is sort of clapping as he's never been praised as a hero before. And she leads you to a building. It's a long house made out of wood and stone with a thick door. And the Queen walks up to the front and she says, "You there, small one. On our last adventure, you spoke about wanting to buy a house or some sort of building. And for you, we give you this building."
Get off your phone, the Queen's talking to you.
I got a house? I thought you were talking about Blippers. I thought Blippers was the short one.
You are the small one. Blippers is the smallest one.
Okay. I got a house?
Yeah, because you spoke about it last time, and the Queen decided this would be another additional reward for you guys.
I spoke about a house.
You wanted to
You
buy
wanted a house.
You wanted to build a house after you got back from the prehistoric era.
Just take the house. It's a free house.
It's a building for you guys to do whatever you want with.
Hooray!
Sure.
This will be your headquarters if I ever call on you for further adventures.
Cool. You're welcome, guys.
Yay!
I did that.
I'm pressed.
Wait, so we're just the queen's bitches?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been in this for like
You're new to this,
for
yeah.
like a month now.
The queen prefers paranormal
Royal
investigators.
bitches, pardon
Bitches.
We're
you.
bitches. Yeah.
And Blippers takes out his flute and begins to play a congratulatory little jingle, and you all can feel that something has changed in the world. You're not sure what it is, but a great power blows through the wind.
Alright.
And with that ends the latest episode of Dice and Downfalls.
Hooray! We did stuff.
Stephen the Heathen lost an arm,
We got knowledge.
Oh.
I missed
Somehow.
Yeah.
and the power of knowledge has been activated amongst the party.
I don't know what that means.
Thank you all for tuning in. Please consider liking and subscriing if you enjoyed.
Joey's just not gonna tell us.
Anything you want?
The best.
Anything you want to say before we end the podcast here?
Are we gonna do the experience shit now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that off.
Oh,
camera.
yeah, we
I
have
feel
to.
like I actually did something in this one.
Yo,
for
if
once.
anyone wants to comment, tell which one you would have picked. Please.
Which-
Power and knowledge.
Yeah.
Or money.
Or money.
Or cash money.
Which door would have you taken in the Dragon Fortress?
And tell us your favorite color while you're at it.
Yeah, tell us your favorite color. All right.
T-
This is the part where
tell
if anything interesting happens during the experience bit, I'll add that. But otherwise, may your 20s be
But-
natural and take care.
But also tell us your favorite method of carrying things, preferably on your back.
Can we not ask 300 different things? And also, backpack, shut up.
Oh.